Oh my god. I just got an email this morning to say I got into London MCM. I didn't think I would get in. I'm in Japan at the moment on my little holiday, and now I'm just like, when I get back home I'll have to decide if I want to do it or not. If you're seeing this online, that means that I said yes and I am on my way to London. But right now I'm just like, because I really want to do it. It's just so expensive. Like, I crunched a couple of numbers this morning. You know, it's a lot of money, but it's not just that, it's more like the exertion. It's a 30-hour trip there and the 30-hour trip back, you know, set up, show all weekend long, and then coming back. It's a lot of strain on the body. So I'm just intimidated. I'm intimidated because it's a long way away to go for a convention, but at the same time I'm kind of like, it's a nice opportunity. I really want to go. You're probably thinking, why didn't you think of this before you applied? I'm like, because people do stuff and I just do stuff. I have to talk to my boss literally as soon as I get home from Japan, be like, hey, can I like go to London for like a week? Oh my gosh. I think it would be so cool to go and see what that's all about. It's just a lot of like expense and travel time. What do I do? Guys, you know, being from New Zealand, every show outside of New Zealand is a humongous expense. I'm very stressed, but I'm trying to calm down because I'm trying to enjoy my time in Japan. Eek! Oh my gosh, there's so much to organize if I decide to go. It'll be like 2.5 months until I have to go if I decide to go. It's a lot for me. So you're probably like, oh my gosh, this amateur. Why did she even apply to the show if she's like thinking like this? I'm like, well, everybody's gotta start somewhere, you know what I mean? And this is just where I've started. So we'll see. Might be fun. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I want to though. It'll always be expensive, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Wish me luck in deciding to go or not. I have to go to Hiroshima today. I'm so excited for that. So I arrived in London, 30-hour flight. It was really rough. This is the day before setup day. I wanted to have a fighting chance at getting over the jet lag. So my first order of business was to go shopping, because why wait until the con to go and buy gacha stuff? Here's me spinning a little gacha at this boba tea shop. It was so fun because I had no Raphael stuff with me. So I was like, let me get a photo card while I'm here so I can like show it off at the show. And here's me buying some Love and Deep Space stuff before even going. Like, I was like, I cannot wait, I have to go shopping. And then I walked a little further. Shout out to Fortnum and Mason for having my favorite Earl Grey shortbread cookies ever. These are so yummy, so I had to go grab those and do some souvenir shopping for my family. And then the rest of the afternoon I just rested before going to setup day the next day. So today is setup day. I am going to a hotel that's closer to the XL Centre, so I'm bringing all 50 kilos of my baggage on the tube. Some real nice guy helped me at the station with my bags. Everyone was so nice to me in London. I was so nervous, you know, but I was also so full of adrenaline, and that sort of took over the jet lag. So I went to the hotel and dropped my bags off, and then I went to a cafe and then sat and basked in the ambiance of, oh my god, I'm here and I made it. And then my friends eventually turned up and I was so happy, and then we went to the XL Centre to set up for the weekend. Check it out, we are all set up for day one tomorrow. Oh my gosh, this actually took longer than I thought it would, but it looks really good. Yes, I am so excited. These tables are way more narrow than what I'm used to. Normally I would have like enough room in the front to put things, but all my display like is spilling out the front, but I think it's okay. Exterminate. So we're gonna wrap up now and go to dinner. After dinner we totally crashed and got up nice and early the next day to go to day one. We turned up to the XL kind of early to just do some finishing touches on the booth. London is really cold at this time of year. My onesie looked warm, but I was really cold. And the XL Centre itself is quite dirty, so my towel got really dirty. The XL Centre itself, like being on the tube line, was super convenient. Just one train and we were pretty much there from our hotel. Here we are on day one, getting ready to go and set up, put all my stuff out. This freaking print, I ordered it to my hotel with a bunch of other prints and it's the only one that didn't arrive, so I'm so gutted because it's like one of my best sellers and I have none with me. So we'll see if they can do something for me. I don't have time to go to a print shop because I'm all by myself. Such is life. Good morning. I can't be bothered attaching my microphone, so hopefully you can hear me. It's about 10 minutes till we start. I'm all pretty much set up. I'm just editing a little reel here. Set up, all good. I'm ready to go. Freaking hell, like, I'm missing a print from the print order I made. Ordering, oh my god, can you hear these freaking Daleks in the background? Loud as hell. And they forgot one of my prints. My best-selling A5 was missing from the order. Banana print, count your days. Because I'm without A5s now, I don't have the ability to go down and print it someplace else. So I emailed them and I was like, can you do an overnight order immediately? I doubt they can, but we'll see. It's like, I don't want to get a refund, I want the prints, don't I? Bugger. I tried to run around and do some shopping this morning, but no one will sell me anything because they're not done setting up. And I'm like, I'm by myself, I don't have time to go shopping. Anyway, whatever. It's very cold, there's so many talented people here. Talent's through the roof. But yeah, super excited. I'm dressed as Slowpoke. Very excited. Oh my goodness, this Friday was the busiest day of any convention I have ever had. I was so overwhelmed with all of the eager people and the nice comments on my art, and I ended up almost selling out of a couple of print designs and selling out of a couple of keychain designs on this day. Banana Print did try and send me an overnight Saturday delivery of that missing print, but it didn't come because the courier driver for some reason was unable to deliver to a 24-hour hotel. But however, it was fine. I had so much fun on this day. I was like, oh my goodness, if this is what Friday is like, the rest of the weekend's gonna be crazy. But you know, I was having fun, and if I sold out, I wasn't worried. I was just excited that people were into my stuff and liking the work. I was doing transactions and packing orders. I was like the fastest slowpoke that ever lived. The decora, the accessorizing. Look what she gave me! I'm so excited! I probably stepped away from my booth like once to go to the bathroom and go shopping a little bit. Shout out to Black Eyed Toast, my friend, for covering my booth. And here's me signing some prints on the ground. This was me the whole Friday, like up, down, under the desk, crawling around, grabbing stuff, looking for things, talking to people, doing transaction. It was very full on. I was really quite intimidated for the rest of the weekend. Like, gosh, can I like keep it up, you know? And by the end, I had sold out of a couple of sticker designs and only had the displays left for some of the others, and the prints were running low. And at the end of the show, I didn't know it at this time, but I almost broken even just on Friday, which is insane. Could not believe it. Like, could not believe that I did that decently. I was not expected to break even at all because of how expensive the show was. And for dinner we went for burgers because I gotta have burgers at least once after a show. And we went to the supermarket to buy our lunches. We always pack lunch every day, and that's me with a pumpkin. So day 2, Saturday, we left for the XL a little bit later, and so we were joining the majority of the crowd, and the tube was absolutely packed. There was so many people turning up. I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so busy, it's gonna be so crazy, and we squeezed on. We actually missed this one and had to grab the next train, and then when we got there, everyone was all squished together, and everyone was filming the crowd. And on this day, I dressed up as MC from Love and Deep Space, and this was the best idea I ever had. I was not sure to bring this costume because the boots were heavy and the belts were heavy, but oh my gosh, I got to talk to so many lads, like players, with this costume because I was like chained to my booth. I was kind of stuck there until they came to me. Saturday was actually kind of dead for me compared to Friday. It was a lot slower. I had time to just sit and think and eat my food and hang out and just rest a little bit from after Friday, which was fine. But I was just surprised, you know, like I always assumed that Saturday was supposed to be the busy day. So I had time to get up and take photos of my outfit and talk to lads players and stuff, which was really fun because like I know for a fact my friends who I was splitting the hotel with were so over me talking about the game, blah blah blah, and they don't even play it. B kept calling me cringe all weekend, so I'm like, I need to find some players that I can go talk to about this game. Oh my god. Okay, it's Saturday. This is my first check-in. I was gonna like do none because it's been so busy for me. I'm dressed as MC from Love and Deep Space today. Very cute. People have liked it, and got my representative hanging off my neck today. So Friday, that was so busy. Did better than what I was expecting. I just didn't know what amount of stock to bring. So I just brought what I would bring to any other convention and just hope for the best. I'm having a fun time. Everyone's super friendly. The attendees are friendly and the vendors are friendly. I don't know. I can't make a judgment just yet. There's a lot of people that are really into fighting game stuff, which is good because that's what I bring a lot of. Being by myself is easy, fine, no stress. I can handle it. I just take my time. The only issue is that I can't get up and shop. I can't get up and run around and do stuff. And I'm not able to sort out restocks or printing restocks, which is such a bummer because there's some prints that it would be nice to restock. I came over here with two suitcases. One suitcase with the display stuff, the other suitcase with my stock. And I got some prints printed here and sent to the hotel, but it was enough prints that it would fit in the stock suitcase that I brought with me. So if you just imagine that, it's not tons of stock. It was just what I could physically carry on my own as one person. So, you know, if I had the facilities, if I had a helper that could run to the print shop for me, I think I could have done very, very well this weekend. But, you know, so far so fun. Just let me know if you have any questions. International convention. This is my first international convention that is not in Australia. So I'm very happy that I made it. This was very expensive, you know, a 30-hour journey, and the cost, the airfare is intense. So I was not expecting to profit a great amount, just as long as I made it. I did the show and went home safely. That was my biggest concern. I haven't calculated how much I've made. My expenses are flipping high, like I'm telling you. This is more, for the time that I'm spending here, this is more money than I've ever spent, like cost per day on any overseas holiday I've ever taken, just because of the airfare being crazy. Taking 2 suitcases as well, the extra baggage, criminally expensive, okay? Would I recommend doing this? If it's a 30-hour journey for you, like me, be prepared. Get your fitness up. I was working out like almost every day ever since I got accepted into the show, because I was like, I need the endurance, right? Arrive a day before setup if you can afford it. You never know what your health is going to do on the plane. You know, sort out your hotel and stuff in advance and your routes, like how you're going to get to the convention center and stuff, like in advance. I'm staying like a 10-minute train ride away, so it's very convenient. It's loud as next to my booth, okay? I'm next to these Daleks. and close to the wrestling ring, and I'm just like, it's like a bit annoying. Like, I mean, it's cute, but it's like all day, all weekend. And, you know, when I'm packing orders for the customers get annoyed at the noise. They're like, God, I'm so sick of it. Like, I would hate to. Someone said I would hate if my booth was here. And I'm like, don't you not say that? Like, I'm sit with it all weekend. But whatever. It's okay. It's cute. It's a bit loud though. Yeah, international, man. Risky stuff. Risky stuff. I would say don't do it unless you will be comfortable if you lose every cent of the upfront cost it costs you to come. Because I have insurance, but it could only cover so much. You know what I mean? If something went wrong, if my health, if something happened to me health-wise and I couldn't come, if my stock didn't arrive at the hotel, anything can happen, and then you're buggered, really. And that's very intimidating, especially if you're, I don't know, you're not used to spending lots of money for just one weekend. I don't know. But
I just figure out there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Lulu Dizzy Tifa. So these ones are buy two get one free. So I fully didn't finish my thought after serving this customer. But yeah, overseas international conventions are risky. If my prints didn't arrive at the hotel, I would not have broken even on this trip. 100% I would not have. I did pretty well, but you know, it's really tiring and it was a really long journey, especially for me. So it's something you definitely have to consider when you decide to apply and accept a table offer. In the afternoon, B, my friend, very kindly covered for me and let me go be cringe and buy some more lad stuff. And I was running thin on a couple of things, which was great. It meant that Sunday was going to be a bit more relaxed so I could chill, maybe go do some more shopping of my own and wrap up the weekend. Selling out, by the way, is not really the goal, especially not to do it by day 2. I am a hobbyist though, so my priorities are different. If I had a helper, I could probably make the effort to go and restock some prints, but I was by myself and this was my first time going so far away, so I was happy to leave with lighter suitcases. So at the end of Saturday, we went to dinner for K-barbecue. I had booked this place way in advance because I was worried because there's so many attendees that it would be hard to find a place around the venue. So that was a good idea. Cheers, I love K-barbecue. So after that, we went to bed and got up kind of early for the last day, which is Sunday. It's the last day. I've had such a good weekend. I've had such a fun time and now it's the last day. Yippee! I'm hoping to get some shopping done this morning and enjoy the end of this amazing, awesome, super duper weekend. I've had so much fun. I'm ready to chill, I'm ready to shop. You know, it's 9 a.m. and the show apparently doesn't, you know, general admission is not until midday. So yeah, 3 hours of mucking around. I would love that. We're ready for the last day. I'm pretty proud of how I've done. I'm proud of how much stock I brought. You know, I brought as much as I could carry and, you know, a couple of things sold out. I would have restocked them if I had the resources to go and collect new prints, but no, I'm pretty glad. Oh my God, how's about, so Banana Print heeded my cries and did a Saturday delivery of this print that they forgot from my print order, and the bloody courier driver sent a message saying could not deliver. It was delivered to a 24-hour reception hotel, so I don't know what's happened there. And so they've rescheduled it to Monday, which is when I leave the country, so I'm pretty, like, whatever. So I couldn't sell a single one of my best-selling A5 of my mascot. Pretty gutted about that. That's okay. To be honest, the original character stuff has not done as well as my other shows. There's been some people that really like it, but compared to other shows, not so much. People mostly care about the fan art. So that's interesting. And a lot of keychains are gone, which is nice. Yay! Sunday was the slowest day for me. mostly because a lot of things that people wanted to buy from my booth were sold out. So people would kind of come over, look up, go, oh, it's sold out, and then walk away. So this was a day I spent sort of walking around, shopping. I got to say hi to a bunch of my artist friends, which was so fun, do some trades with other people, just have a walk around. On this day, I wore my lads t-shirt. I was gonna wear a street photo shirt to match like the stuff that I have at my booth, but I had too much fun chatting to the lads people the day before, so it's like, oh, I want to talk to more people, so I just wore my chill shirt and it was really fun. How did you make that?
It's 3D printed.
What?
Yeah.
At your like house or something?
Yeah. So he was
How
printed
big's the
in-
printer?
Well, I printed him in 3 pieces.
Oh, and you put it together.
Yeah, so he had like a decapitated head at one point. It's just a head on a print.
Much less. Sunday wrapped up very chill, very nice. I even sold a couple of my display prints to some very eager attendees who had been waiting all weekend for stuff that had sold out. And then before I knew it, it was time to pack up and leave. Pack up went nice and smoothly, and then we were out the door and off to have some dinner and a well-deserved rest. We're gonna go to the hotel, drop our stuff off, and then we're gonna go to Soho for dinner. Monday was home time, so we checked out Spitalfield Market to go get some snacks and have a look around. We had this delicious Caribbean food, which was probably one of the yummiest things I've eaten all year. It was so delicious. And we also went to Humble Crumble, which is like so yummy. It was so cold, so it was so delicious. And before I knew it, it was time to head to the airport. Look at all our bags on the tube. Oh my goodness. The public transport was very handy for this trip. MCM, all in all, was a very good experience for me. It was my highest sales I've ever had at any show I've ever done, and the highest profits I've ever had at any show, which is insane because I thought that I probably wouldn't profit because of how high the expenses were, but I did better profit-wise than even a local show when I don't really have any expenses, which is insane. I will say though, you can't really rely on what other people say about the show. A lot of people said that Saturday was going to be crazy. For me, it definitely wasn't. My products that I offer are quite niche. I do a lot of fighting game stuff. I don't cater to children. So, you know, if you are different from me, your experience is probably going to be different. It can vary so greatly. I think that I would have had a different experience if I wasn't in the artist alley. I thought that the artist alley space was easy to navigate. The flow of traffic was quite good for attendee wise. So I think if I wasn't there, who knows how I would have done. There's so many variables. It's impossible to really predict how somebody is going to do at the show. Me personally, if I could go back in time, I would say to myself, yeah, definitely do it. It's going to be worth it. Your stuff is in demand over there, so go ahead and give it a try. And that's all I can say. Give it a try. If you can afford it without going into debt and being in a real financial hard place, if you go to do it, I say give it a try. You never know until you try. I would just say have your routes planned, split a hotel. If you can, keep your costs low, bring a packed lunch, make sure your display can fit in a suitcase. If you can go on the tube with it, that will keep your costs down as well. Anything you can do to keep the expenses as low as possible would be my recommendation. Get stuff printed locally if you can, if you do large prints, because they're super heavy. Just basic stuff, really. I'll also reiterate, I am a hobbyist. This is not my full-time gig. Excel Center does have a print shop that's like right there. I could have restocked during the show, but because I was by myself and I just couldn't really be bothered, I didn't do that. But if you're like a real hustler, grind state person, there's a lot of opportunity to jump up, send a helper, go print stuff, and come running back and then keeping on going, which is something really great about where this show is located. I do this for fun, so my priorities are going to be different than someone who's trying to hustle hard. So that was my experience. I had such a good time. I would love to go again someday. 30 hours was a little bit much for me, I'm not gonna lie. My health was not good that week. I was recommended not to go by doctors. Don't be like me, or maybe do be like me. If you've spent that much money, who's gonna say, oh yeah, I won't go? No, I would have lost out on so much money. So I had to go. I just forced myself to go. But that's the risk that you take, especially with international shows. So, know your limits. And that was my experience. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah, bye.